Somewhere behind the walls of your brand new RV, there's a wire that can start a fire. You will never see it. You don't know where it runs. And here is the part the salesman conveniently forgot to mention while he walked you through the theater seating and the outdoor kitchen. The company that built it cannot, or will not, hand you a map of where that wire goes. You spent $50, $60, $80,000. You financed it for 15, maybe 20 years. And the most basic document that comes standard with a $40 toaster, a wiring diagram, does not exist for the rolling house you just bet your retirement on. This is not an oversight. This is the single clearest window into how the modern RV industry actually operates. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Because a manufacturer that can't tell you how your RV is wired is telling you something much bigger about how it was built. Let me show you exactly what. When a man with a 2006 Forest River Wildwood emailed the company asking for electrical schematics, chasing the kind of phantom 12-volt and 120-volt gremlins that haunt half the rigs on the road, he got a one-line answer back from Forest River Service Support. Unfortunately, there are no wiring or plumbing schematics. That's it. Not we'll mail them. Not check the owner portal. There are none. Period. He's not alone, and Forest River isn't the outlier. Ask Keystone, one of the biggest names on any lot, and their own website tells you flat out that the company does not publish schematics or diagrams of its products. Ask Grand Design, and owners will tell you that prying anything loose is like pulling teeth, and even then it's a basic outlet location plan, not a real schematic. Now contrast that with one company, Winnebago. Go to their owner site right now, and you'll find bills of materials, assembly drawings, wiring schematics, plumbing schematics, posted online, for free, model by model. So don't let anyone tell you it can't be done. It's being done. It's just being done by the people who aren't afraid of what you'd find. So why won't the rest of them do it? Here's the answer they'll never say into a microphone. For most RV brands, an accurate wiring diagram doesn't exist because the wiring itself was never built to a consistent standard in the first place. On the line, the wires are run by hand. Different builders, different shifts, different routing on every unit that rolls out the door. The company will tell you there are too many floor plans to document. What they're really admitting is that two RVs with the same model number on the same lot can be wired completely differently inside the walls. There's no master copy because there's no master build. And it gets worse because the labels lie too. Owners have opened the breaker panel, found a breaker-stamped refrigerator, and discovered the fridge is actually wired to the one marked receptacles. Wire colors run backwards from any convention you'd recognize. Veterans who spent 40 years in aircraft and military electrical systems, where every wire and connector is documented for life. Look at RV wiring and call it a rat's nest. How is that legal? Because the RV industry largely polices itself. The trade group writes its own standards and claims to follow the National Electrical Code, but what's stapled into your walls frequently doesn't, and nobody from the outside is checking. You're left holding a $60,000 mystery box. But an undocumented electrical system isn't just an inconvenience. Sometimes it's the thing that burns your family's RV to the ground. This is where it stops being annoying and starts being dangerous. In May of 2020, a Montana family was pulling out a campground in their 2019 Forest River Puma fifth wheel. The wire that charges the RV's 12-volt batteries through the 7-way connector shorted out and caught fire. According to the class action that followed, a fire in one of these fifth wheels can engulf the entire RV in 10 minutes or less. 10 minutes. That's how long you have to get your kids, your dog, and yourself out of a structure you were sleeping in the night before. The lawsuit, filed in 2022, covers Forest River fifth wheels going all the way back to 2002, and its core allegation is brutal in its simplicity. The wire between the 7-way junction box and the battery wasn't properly insulated or protected, and there was no fuse, no breaker, no overcurrent protection on it all. So when it shorted, nothing stopped it. The suit argues this fails NFPA 1192, the fire and life safety standard written specifically for recreational vehicles. And the manufacturer knew. 2 years after that lawsuit landed, Forest River issued federal safety, recall 24V395, covering Cedar Creek and Puma fifth wheels built across 2 decades, straight through 2024. The reason? The charge wire to the 7-way connector had been routed to the wrong side of the breaker. Pull the cord wrong, and it can rip out of the junction box, short, and trigger what the recall paperwork calls a thermal event or a fire. Read that again. The wire that nearly burned a family alive in 2020 was still being installed wrong on brand new units in 2024. That's not a defect. That's a pattern. And if you think that's just a Forest River problem, one bad apple, one old design, wait. In July of 2025, a completely different company, Brinkley RV, recalled its Model Z fifth wheels. These aren't bargain trailers. Brinkley sells itself as a premium, next-generation brand. So what was the defect? The units had been built without the standard wire harnesses the company normally uses. Instead, individual wires were run loose through the chassis, where over time they can migrate beneath the holding tanks, get pinched between a full tank and its support, and, in the recall's own words, have the potential to cause a fire. The federal advisory told owners two things. Do not drive it, and park it outside. Park it outside, so that when it catches fire it doesn't take your house with it. Two companies, different price points, model years from 2002 to 2025, and the same root rot underneath all of it. Now here's the second half of that title, and it's the part that traps you. Nobody can fix it, because there's no schematic. The honest independent tech down the road, the one who'd charge you a fair rate, is flying blind. He's tracing wires by hand through walls he can't open without tearing apart your interior. That turns a 2-hour job into a 2-day job, and you pay for every hour of the guessing. So most owners get funneled exactly where the manufacturer wants them, back to the dealer. And the dealer is a black hole. Warranty work on an RV routinely means weeks, sometimes months, parked in a service lot while your payments keep coming and your camping season evaporates. The manufacturer holds the only real information, the dealer holds the only authorized labor, and you hold the loan. That's not an accident. That's the business model. Keep the diagram secret, and you keep the owner dependent. It's the whole reason the right to repair fight has finally reached the RV world. Owners are demanding the basic documentation that the car industry has handed out for 50 years. You can pull complete factory schematics for almost any vehicle, motorcycle, or aircraft built in the last half century, but not for the structure you sleep inside. So who's protecting all this? Follow the money. Forest River, the company behind the Puma, the recall, and that no schematics email, is not some scrappy little outfit. It's owned by Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett's empire, a company with effectively unlimited resources to document its products properly. It chooses not to. And when federal regulators finally came down on Forest River, the number was staggering. A $35 million civil penalty, the maximum the law allowed at the time, for failing to report safety data and dragging its feet on recalls. A company that can swallow a $35 million fine and still not produce a wiring diagram isn't incapable. It's unwilling. The money was never the obstacle. The transparency was the threat. Because Winnebago already proved it. They post the schematics for free, and the sky didn't fall. The only thing a wiring diagram exposes is the truth about how the thing was actually built. And for most of this industry, that truth is the one thing they can't afford to let you see. So here's where that leaves you, standing on the lot with the keys in your hand. That missing wiring diagram isn't a paperwork problem. It's a confession. It's the manufacturer telling you, in the politest possible terms, that they either don't know how your RV was built or don't want you to find out, and that when something goes wrong inside those walls, and you're on your own with a loan and a black box. The old rigs weren't perfect, but they were simple, they were documented, and a person could actually fix them. What rolls off the lot today is a sealed mystery wrapped in marketing, sold on a 15-year note, with a fire hazard you can't see and can't map. Before you sign anything, ask for the wiring diagram. Then watch their face. That face is the real review. And if you want more of what this industry is praying you never figure out, subscribe because there's a lot more they don't want you to hear.